As we approach America's 250th birthday, we're highlighting everyday Americans who are doing extraordinary things.
That includes a 99-year-old World War II veteran from Kentucky. Colonel Glenn Fisher has one final mission: to receive a Purple Heart for wounds he says he suffered in combat more than 80 years ago. Now, with his 100th birthday just months away, he is sharing his story with Brooke Hash, hoping time doesn't run out.
At 99 years old, Glenn Fisher has lived nearly a century of American history.
I just praise the Lord for letting me live each and every day.
But there's one chapter still unfinished: a Purple Heart, an honor awarded to those wounded in combat, a recognition Glenn believes he earned during some of the fiercest fighting in World War II.
83 years ago today.
His journey to war started early.
83 years ago, he signed up to go into World War II.
The day after the attack on Pearl Harbor, Glenn tried to enlist. He was just 15 years old. Turned away, he found another way to serve, joining the Civilian Conservation Corps before eventually enlisting at just 16, after lying about his age. By 1944, he was on the front lines in Europe.
He was operating his Beaufort anti-aircraft gun against the German Air Force.
But it was months later, on March 25th, 1945,
The Germans were up watching
along the Rhine River in Germany, when everything changed. Under heavy German artillery fire, a blast tore through his unit.
And when the thing goes off about 20 feet off the ground and slings 100 and some pieces of shrapnel.
He lost two friends that day.
Paul Baker and Lieutenant St. John's was our platoon commander.
Glenn was wounded by shrapnel to the face and leg, fragments still embedded in his body today.
14 of us were hurt bad enough that he had to evacuate us to the hospital.
He was rushed to a field hospital right after the attack, then transferred for more serious care at a hospital in the Netherlands.
That morning report shows that I was in the hospital.
Glenn says his injuries weren't reported accurately, but records are there, and more importantly,
The scars are all there.
despite his injuries, he never received a Purple Heart. Now, decades later, with the help of a longtime friend, there's a renewed push.
I believe he deserves a Purple Heart. He's not making this stuff up. He's got the wounds to show it.
Jeff Toki's known Glenn for the better part of 5 decades and says his story has never changed.
This is about 300 pages. I've been researching this for months. I've sent all this in, and it wasn't enough to the powers to be.
Glenn received numerous honors for his service, including France's highest distinction, the Legion of Honor. But to him, this one matters most.
It was something that I just laid down my life for.
With his 100th birthday coming up on October 10th, it's his only wish.
And it's something that I earned, and it's something that I should be presented.
And time is of the essence.
He has such vivid memories of that time, and he says he has the records to prove it. So
You would hope that he would get that closure, 99 years old.
Yes.
Let's at least take a good hard look and make sure that he's not deserving if we're not going to do this.
Yes.
Because obviously he served and he loves the country.